Hello, hello. Today we have a full collection, kind of, sort of. So I bought the full Kiss collection that came from Glamlite. I bought it during Black Friday, and it's not the full PR collection. So the PR collection came with a PR box. I don't have the PR box, which is fine because I didn't need the PR box. So the full collection with no PR box during Black Friday was $27. $27, y'all. I was completely not expecting that. For $27, look, I don't care about Kiss. I don't, if it's on the radio, it's on the radio. I don't love Kiss, but I don't hate Kiss. So when I saw this collection was coming out, I didn't mind it. I wasn't excited, but I wasn't like, I don't know. It was kind of whatever to me. I didn't grow up with Kiss. Oh my god, there's a party going outside now. I didn't grow up with Kiss, so I just didn't connect with this. So I didn't buy anything from it. But for $27 for the full collection, just no box, I was like, girl, we're doing this. I am buying this. I'm gonna try it out. Because all I've heard is, to be honest, almost nothing but negativity towards this collection. Everyone just keeps saying it's okay, it's okay. And everyone talks about how it's not their favorite formula. I don't really like the formula. It's not their usual formula. So I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? So I'm here to spill the tea. I'm gonna give you my experience and what I actually feel about this collection. So I did fully, like I said, I did fully buy every piece of the collection. Came in this $26 collection bundle. Now, I don't have every piece to show you. At this point, it's kind of too late. But I'll show pictures of the stuff I gave away. But this collection came with like a mirror. There's a Kiss Army mirror. I pretty much immediately gave that away to a friend just because I already knew that I was not going to use this mirror. I have like 3 or 4 Jeffree Star mirrors. They are my favorite. If I'm going to use a hand mirror, I'm going to use that. But I mean, I did have it in person, so I would say that it looks like it's good quality. It had a very thick, like arm, like holder, like the stem of the mirror. And I know that some people were saying that it was a bit difficult for them to completely grip because it was a flat, kind of squared handle. So, there's that. But, I think a mirror's a mirror. I think she really liked the mirror. She was happy with the mirror. Something else I also no longer have is the Mascara Duo. Now, the Mascara Duo I did review before I gave it away to a friend. It came with a primer and a mascara tube. And the bristles on that tube are plastic, which is my preference. I don't like the... it reminds me of like a toilet cleaner. It has like bristles. Like a bristles from like the toilet scrubber kind of thing, and I don't like those. I like the short, kind of just spiky plastic end. That's what I like. And I thought that you can see the review on my channel, but I thought the Mascara Duo was fine. I don't feel like the primer actually did anything for me, but I did think that the mascara itself was pretty good. I think the mascara itself was pretty good. I had no irritation, which is something I tend to find with cheaper mascaras. Those are like the one thing I'm always really cautious about, because if I'm going to be allergic to anything, usually it's a mascara. But I like the mascara as well. I didn't keep it just because I didn't think I would get any use out of it, and I did pass it on to a friend who actually ended up needing a mascara. So I'm really happy that she got it. And then from there, let's discuss the other products I actually do have. So the products I still have left is I have the bag, the makeup bag, I have the lip kit, I have the makeup bases, and then I have the palette. So let's start first. Let's start off with this product. So this is what my video opened up with. This is the bag. I was not expecting to get the bag, to be honest. Usually the bags don't come with these collections, but I have to be super honest, this is such a better, higher quality bag than I was expecting. I was expecting a really cheapy kind of product. Let's see if I can bring this closer over here. I was expecting a super cheap product, and the feeling and material on this bag is so nice. It's a soft pleather. We have what's it called? Lenticular motion. So they're there, and it says Kiss. You can see this says Kiss there, and then it just turns into the group. Inside here, it's almost like a lunch bag. So you can open it up pretty much the full way. I'm hoping you all can see this. And there's designs on the inside as well. There's also, this is to make this like a purse. It has a strap. So if you wanted to add a strap, you have an option other than holding it from here, because it does come with these hooks, the hooks, and then the place here to place the hook, so you can turn this into like more of a purse. So that's also an option. That's really cool. I'm really happy with my bag. Usually I would have given away this bag. I don't care about Kiss, so I don't really care to be seen with a Kiss bag, but this was such a nice quality bag, makeup bag, purse, lunch bag, whatever you want to make it. I was really surprised. So I'm actually keeping this, and I've kept this. I'm waiting for a moment when I feel like I'm going to need to pull this out. Maybe this can be my makeup bag for really long trips. Like, I haven't made a trip to Mexico in a while, but I think if I went, I might pack this depending on how long my stay would be. But I love the bag. The bag is a plus. If you see this bag, I do recommend it. I would recommend this bag. What I don't think I could recommend is these. This is the Kiss Black and White Stage Makeup Base. And essentially it's supposed to be, honestly, it's face paint. It's supposed to be face paint for their famous black and white. Their famous black and white looks, right? It says, but it also says Stage Makeup Base. So I was like, okay, a base, kind of like a P. Louise base maybe then, yeah? So I only did this, and I'm always going to be really honest. I only did this with the white base. So I was like, let me try to use it as an eye base, right? So I used it as an eye base. First of all, good for Glamlite. It's very, very opaque, incredibly opaque. If you want it to be completely not see-through, you can make it not see-through. You can make it not streaky. That's really cool. As an eye base, I found that this did not work. And partly because this didn't really dry. Now, I don't know if that's, I've heard this product before. I don't know if this is this product or what you would call this product, but there's something called grease paint. And I think it's kind of like an oil-based paint, and I think this is what this is. Because while it was smooth, it would not dry down. It would not. It was super sticky, incredibly sticky. Like, think of like the stickiest primer. It would not dry. So if you touched your face, you would get the white on your hand. You could get the white on your clothes. It does not dry down. I painted on my face. That was fun. I did some little diddles to see how it would dry, how this product would perform. Y'all, I would keep this only for Halloween. This is another Halloween specific kind of product, and I think this product originally came out in March too. So like, I'd have to fact check myself, but in March, are we going to be using face paints? I don't know. I feel like this could have been a product that came out before Halloween, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could recommend this. You don't need this. You could go to Walmart, pick up a $1.50 face paint. That's also, you know, eye safe to use around the eyes. I don't think you need this. And oh god, it's hard to come out. There we go. It's also hard to pull out of these. Yeah, it just wouldn't dry down. Like, if I almost felt like I wanted to take some powder and powder my face so I could get it matte. It crinkled. I don't feel like the product worked very well. The product was also really hard to get off. I feel like I still have some wet paint on my arm from several days ago. That's kind of hard to get off. I didn't really like this product. I'm not gonna pass it off yet. I think I'll wait until maybe the end of the year or something, see if I can use this, because I know my husband loves to get his face painted for Halloween. So I think I'll save that for then. But this product, I think, could have maybe worked better as something that was more of eyeshadow bases, because I don't feel like their audience is really gonna picked this up to completely paint their faces. I don't see it. I'm sorry. So next, there's some questionable products in here for sure, but next we have, this is the Kiss Lick It Up lip kit. It's a red lipstick. It's a red lip liner. I felt like this wasn't special, and I was like, okay, I'll try it, and then I'll probably give it away because I have so many red lipsticks. I don't have a lot of maybe red lip liners, but I was like, girl, come on now. A red lipstick. Okay. Let's try out this red lipstick. So I tried it out. The color itself, nothing really special. Okay, nothing really special. I was happy to see though that this lip liner, let's see, comes with the little, you can use it to sharpen your pencil. I think that's really cool. Like that. Use it to sharpen. So I thought that was really cool. Not cool. I just remembered. So let's, oh, there it is. This was completely out of the tube the first time I ever tried it. Just the entire stick, you know. Nothing I can really do. I can put it back. I guess I'll never need to sharpen it, because I'll never be able to sharpen it. Alrighty then. But I mean, the color's pretty. I was able to use it. It's nice. I don't want to press too hard. But it's a pretty color. It is a red. I feel like it's a true red. It feels very fire engine red. I thought it was pretty. And I was like, oh, alright, you know, that's a pretty color. That's alright. Open up the lipstick. Oh, I feel like a lot of makeup companies these days are doing that thing where they have stencils and stamps on their product. Very pretty. Yeah, it's just this kiss. It's got kisses all over, and I was like, alright, that's cute. Okay, I'm just gonna swatch it once. That's just one swatch. You see how pigmented that is? Glamlite does not miss with the reds. I will always give them that. Glamlite has, I would say, the best red products I have ever experienced from any cosmetics company. And now, let me say, even though this is just a red, I have so many reds, this lipstick lasts so long. So freaking long. Y'all, I ate an entire meal, went back to the bathroom to retouch up, because I was like, well, this is the bullet lipstick, right? Like, I need to reapply. I went back to the bathroom, pulled my lipstick out, was about to reapply. Y'all, I had eaten, I think it was my lunch, and I did not need to reapply. This is not just a lipstick, it's almost like a lip stain as well. I did eventually need to reapply later in the day after I had eaten several things, but immediately, I did not need to reapply. I actually feel like I'm so scared. I want to take this off immediately because I feel like it's going to stain me. But this is, I'm keeping this because I was not expecting such a hardcore lipstick. I was expecting this to be like another run-of-the-mill red lipstick. I'm like, okay, it's pretty. Moving on. Gonna give it to someone else who would enjoy a red lipstick. But I don't have a red, like, I have a good handful of Jeffree Star bullet lipsticks. But I have to reapply those. I know if I ate something, I would have to reapply that, and that's what I assume I have to do, because it's a bullet lipstick. It's not liquid. It's not going to dry down. Same with, like, my Morphe bullet lipsticks. I have to do that as well. I was not expecting to not need to do that for a Glamlite red lipstick. And y'all saw, I didn't have to run it back and forth. That was it. Like, that is crazy to me. So, I'm keeping this lipstick. I absolutely recommend this lipstick if you're looking for a long-lasting lipstick. This is your product. This was really good. I really like this. Alright, the piece of resistance. This is the palette from the collection. This is the Kiss palette, and this comes in a pretty box. It's magnetic, so you pop off the bottom. There you have the crew, the band right there. This is definitely a fan. This is #1 record award-winning group of all time. That's crazy. We have the product right here. It's another Lenticular motion palette. Same thing with these boxes. It ends up separating from the top. I feel like if they're going to allow it to do this, they might as well just let the color fall all the way to the bottom instead of allowing us to see the cardboard underneath. I don't know, that's just little tiny things, but I wanted, of course, to bring it up. I like that it comes in its own special box and how easy it is to pull out. It definitely feels a lot more fancy. And this is, again, Lenticular. All the info in the back. It's a rock and roll all night and party every day palette. This remarkable 20-color palette has been curated to pay homage to every band member. The little plastic insert that's in there, I really love how they drew on the insert. It totally feels super Kiss, super like 80s notebook. Like I think that's really cool. What you'll find in there is that you'll see, there's the crew, there's the mirror, but this is the product. This is when I saw this color story, I was like, oh good, that's not a color story I'm immediately interested in. I was like, okay. I don't think I need to immediately go out and buy this. I'm happy I have it. Okay, let's get that straight right now. There were and again, I rewatched before, during, after using this palette. I remember when this came out. People did not like it. When I'm watching declutters at the end of the year, this palette is getting decluttered. And I feel like the real issue for a lot of these YouTubers is that they just don't use these dark, jeweled, gothy kind of colors. Like, it's just not them. Because at the end of using this palette, I was like, this is perfect for a baby bat. Where someone, just starting off in goth culture, someone just starting off in the alternative style, because this was so easy to use. I didn't really experience any issues with fallout. I didn't really experience any like super hard issues with patchiness. If anything, maybe just this black diamond, which is the black shade in here. But other than that, I just didn't really have any issue with this. And I feel like that's what it all comes down to. And but it kind of goes to show that sometimes, it's always good to see the reviews, but at the end of the day, you don't really know until you buy it yourself. And I'm happy I have this palette. I'm keeping this palette. I was fully expecting to give this palette away. Just because I do like bright colors. I like brighter colors, but I'm not scared to do a fully dark blue look, a fully dark green look, a fully dark red look. I'm not scared. I'm totally okay with it. And it's not rare or weird to see me in this. But for certain YouTubers, like the ones I was watching, they're not really doing looks like that. So I feel like that's why they got rid of this palette. And it's like, why not just say that from the beginning? I think my two favorite looks in here, I feel like the blue row, which would be the spaceman row, worked very well, and the demon. These two rows I think are the strongest rows in this palette. I think the green row was fine. I think the purple row is the weakest in this palette. And I did watch some YouTubers only try the purples in this palette. And it's like, well, if you're only going to try a couple of shades from this palette, how are you going to fully review a palette? I tried every single color from this palette. So now I can tell you, hey, I made a beautiful fucking look with the demon line. But you know what? When I tried the Star Child, a lot of these shades end up kind of looking the same on the eye. I love this shade because, let's start swatching. Let's start with the weak ones, right? So I love this shade because you could see it on my skin. I love that. I'm always looking for something like that. Like, look at that. I thought that was really pretty. I really liked that. I feel like for the purples, they should have done something like they did for the blues, where they had a lighter shade, because these two shades just didn't really pop on my eyes. I'm also am I the only one sick of Glamlite making this like fuchsia purple with a blue shift? I'm done with it. I'm so tired of that shade. And let's swatch this purple over here. They're all very kind of like in line, especially like this is like the matte version, and then this is like the shimmery version. On my eye, I just didn't really find too much of a difference. It ends up kind of blending all together, and I just didn't really have the range as much as I wanted. I wish that maybe like, because I think they did good by having this really dark shade and this lighter shade, but that still shows up. I'm more about like, what's up with these three in the middle? Because looking at my camera, this and this look exactly the same, just in different formula. And then this is a couple hairs darker than that. And so when it applies to my eye, it ends up, even though I've applied 5 different colors on my eye, it ends up looking almost exactly the same. So it's more about the color story that they chose for the purples versus the actual formula. I wish they would have chosen to use, let's see, I think they should have used a lighter shade over here. I think they could have kept this, and then this one, I think they should have done something else. I don't know. They need to have gone a little bit of a separate way. Or maybe 2 lighter shimmers, I don't know. But the purple line just did not work for me. Like I was saying earlier, the reds in here, love it. I loved the blues in here as well. I'm scared to even swatch the reds, but the reds are always such a win with Glamlite. I don't think I've ever, other than the red icy palette, the red shimmers in there, trash. But the matte reds in there, delicious. I want to swatch. Let's swatch this lightest shade here. I love a shade like that. And then swatch this right here. So pretty. I don't want it to go too hard. That's really pretty. The good thing, of course, is that you can mix and match. But of course, if you're working straight across, which is what I like to do, especially when I'm testing product, it should work that way. I'm gonna also swatch Firehouse right here. This is a really nice, pretty color. Oh my god. She's giving Christmas. That's beautiful. Something else I knew that these were fucking gorgeous was the fact I could pick these up with a brush. I hate having to use my fingers, so to me the perfect palette, if you can pick up all your mattes, your shimmers, and your glitters with a brush and don't have to get your fingers dirty, that's when you know you have a winner. I love that. That's amazing. What a beautiful freaking red. Oh my god. Let's maybe swatch Lick It Up. Nice green right here. Like I said, I think the green was fine. No issues with the green. Green eye look was alright. I did have to sacrifice the green though, because the green look is what I applied on top of when I was trying out the quote-unquote bases from this collection, and it did not work out. It did not work out at all. So that's why I think it's just fine, but I really liked this collection. Specifically, I think the highest recommendation for the lipstick, the highest recommendation for the bag, the highest recommendation for this palette. I think that the mascara was fine. I think it's good. The mirror is alright. I think the weakest point of this was probably those bases. Those bases are pretty... no thank you. What did y'all hear about this collection? I feel like we all probably heard similar things, but come on now. These are some half-ass freaking swatches, and I feel like you can see how beautiful these are. Especially look at that lipstick. Look how pigmented that is. Oh my god, that's crazy. I like this collection so much more than I ever thought I was going to. Of course, there's always some weak spots and some stuff they could work on, but I think this would be a great collection for what we call baby bats, like people just starting off in the alt scene, those rocker folk. Yeah, I just had a really good time using this. It really superseded, I guess, what I thought I was going to get. I was completely ready to try this all and then give it away. That's always okay with me, but I'm happy to have some winners in here. What do y'all think? I know this kind of gothic, dark, jeweled tones, they're not for everyone, but I don't think this is a bad collection. It sucks that it seems to not really get the hype and the love I feel like it should have. I think they should have maybe geared this towards maybe more of a underground, maybe gothy community, but I don't know, that's just me. Other than that, these are freaking beautiful. Y'all have a great day.